Hi, and welcome to winemastery.co.uk. My name is John Lightfoot. This is the stupendous, inspirational, and wonderful...
Inspirational? I mean, I'll go with all that. John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines, that you will absolutely love. And in this episode, we're tasting a wine that's been recommended by a viewer, Rico, I think it's Rico UK 74. I wonder if he's 74 years old or born in 1974. Yeah. Well, there might be some other reason that's 74. But anyway, Rico, thank you very
Sorry, go on.
Well, every other Rico might have been taken.
It might have been, yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the trouble to comment, and thank you very much for taking the trouble to recommend that we try this wine. Rico was actually saying that in our episode 279 we tasted Trivento Malbec Grand Reserve, and he said, have you tried the Private Reserve? Now, the one that we tasted, I think was retailed before at 279, was retailed at £8 and we got it for £6. This one, the Private Reserve, retails at £10. So, you know, you're looking at sort of like that 25% increase.
You're looking at like 25% increase. So everyone else thinks it's just a couple of quid, be fine, be right. No, what it's Friday.
But it's not.
No.
So, with no further ado, should we get on with looking at the colour and see if we, are as impressed as obviously Rico is?
Well, Rico, let's have a look.
I'll turn the piece of paper over so we can see. Is there your famous?
There is. That's my favourite. This the purple rim is there. I do like that. I do. So it's looking rich. It's got we've got that real dark garnety colour about it, but with the purple around the edge.
Yeah.
Just how I like it. Just how I like it. So I'm gonna get straight on with the nose.
So am I.
Oh look at yours. Yours looks more tempting than mine for some reason.
Why would that be?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just position of the light or something.
Oh. Yeah. See, it's almost perfumey. Perfume?
Yeah. Like a floral.
Yes. You're right.
So there's a slight dark cherry, but like with floral. Almost like, not that I've ever smelt it, but I'm guessing, a cherry blossom.
You've never smelled a cherry? You'd be right. And there's something else under there. I think it's a bit spicy. Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, it's just a little peppery or spicy, yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. But it comes out to find you, doesn't it?
It does.
It's
No, I can't remember what the Grand Reserve smelled like, to be honest. It was a few months ago that we tasted it, but I can't remember. But
I've drunk a lot of wine since then, so
have I.
Yeah. Okay, did we rate it well?
85 we gave the score as.
85 is quite a handsome score, isn't it?
It is a handsome. We were both very impressed with it, and I think especially for the price, we thought it was phenomenal for the price.
Right. Well, if it was, what did you say, 6.57 quid?
Well, it was £6 I got it for. Normally it's £8.
No wonder you gave it a good score. Okay. Right. Let's have a little
taste.
Yeah.
Now, are you getting tannins?
The tannins are definitely there.
But.
You're right. There's a definite but there. This is what we'll describe as a well-balanced wine. The tannins are there, fairly apparent, but also the fruit and the weightiness of the flavour there, it takes those tannins on really well.
It does. It's extremely well balanced. Because when I first took that, I thought, and then the fruit. No, hang on, just move aside. Tannins, here we are, and they were just sort of like going down the middle almost between them, balancing between them. Yeah, and which I guess in terms of we'll get to in a minute. In terms of pairing, those tannins will have probably a significant factor in terms of what you would if you wanted to pair this with something to eat rather than just drink it on its own would have a significant impact about what.
I know we're going to get to that in a minute. I've already thought about the cheese I want to put with this because I know the cheese would take those tannins away, and then you would get that fruit flavour, which is quite. Interesting.
It is. I mean, I'm definitely getting cherry there.
Yeah, your cherry's full on.
Dark cherry, yeah. And then there's an edge of something, which I think maybe is that spice or pepperiness that you...
I think, yeah, it's spicy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, pepper.
There's something else. It has a finish. The finish, like the length, it almost tastes a little bit more Cabernet Sauvignon. It turns out it's sort of like a jammy finish.
Yeah, it sticks with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's the bit that's taken over the tannins. That's,
yeah.
You know, it's fought the tannins off to then give you those flavours.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah, and if given the choice, you don't want to be left with tannins. You'd much rather be left with the fruit. Well, I personally would anyway.
Well, this is definitely one which is making me kind of lick my lips, and then also kind of you've had a taste. And you're still going, what was that? What is that? And you're trying to find it in there. The length is good there. It's like really hanging in. It
is, yeah. And just at the moment, it's escaping me what that other component is.
Is it chocolate?
That's just a split second before you said it. I think, is it chocolate? Maybe that is it.
I think it is. There's a richness there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And perhaps maybe not taste so much as such like chocolate, but there's a richness like chocolate.
Yeah, like just on the edge.
Yeah, hangs in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Well. For £10, that has got a lot of punch. I mean, you know, we've tasted wines at £15, £17
we have, yeah.
Are not as sophisticated as this. So, and I guess from my point of view, so thinking back to the Grand Reserve version, obviously a lot cheaper. I would say that if you've just started on your wine journey, you may well not want to pay the extra for this just because you wouldn't necessarily appreciate it if you're at the beginning. But if you've been tasting Malbec for a while, I think it'd be great to do a back-to-back with these two. And if you're getting into Malbec and you want to know the difference, then open a bottle of each and just taste one glass to the other, and I'm sure you'll notice the difference.
I mean, coming back to that, and because in my mind, then you just reminded me, you know, about the was it Grand Reserve? Did you say we had?
Yeah.
The £6 or £6.50, and the score we gave that. Well, after matching, we'll come to score because you've got it. This is still £10, only £10.
Yeah.
But I would love to match that with a Monster, which I think would be a fairly unpopular kind of matching because it's a soft. Washed rind cheese, but I think the flavour in that, I might be completely wrong because sometimes, you know, not all I do, but I stand behind the cheese counter eating cheese and drinking wine, and sometimes things I think will go really well just don't. But sometimes you get these little gold, and I think that will go very well with the Monster cheese.
And the Monster's a bit like Stinking Bishop, isn't it?
Very similar, yeah.
Very similar, yeah.
So it's got that kind of, but it's also. It's got a bit more of a gritty texture from around the rind, but yeah, it's as smelly as, but it's still quite mild and actually sweet. But I think that will take all the tannins off of that and just lend itself perfectly.
Just blend in very nicely.
I think so, yeah.
You know what, I with this, I'm just imagining having a fillet steak.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong, can you?
And that's where I mentioned earlier about the tannins, and I think the tannins and would really, you know, just balance those out and give you a completely different dimension. So, well, that is Rico. That is an excellent choice. So thank you very much for recommending it.
Yeah, good recommendation.
Yeah. So, how much of a good recommendation if we get to the score?
Well, although it's lovely, I'm just thinking maybe if I've just had that just on its own and not thought about you know, the other one, because that's really swaying my decision here. It's lovely wine. Excellent price. It does what it says on the tin. This is how I want, but I'm going to go to 82 because looking back at the other one for £6 and how much that blew us away, that deserved the 85 over this one.
Okay, I'm going to go 86. And my logic for that is knowing that we did score the other one 85. This is obviously a tad better. Taking your point, it is only 200 pennies more expensive. It is quite a little bit more sophisticated than the other one, and I would be prepared to pay that extra just to get that sophistication when I'm tasting on its own. So I'm just giving it a one more point for that.
Well, I'll go with that. But all in all, though,
Very nice wine. Very nice
enjoyed.
wine. Great recommendation. Give it a go, guys. If you've got any comments, come back to us. List them below, and we'll be pleased to read them. And again, if you've got any recommendations about wines you'd like us to try and get hold of, we'll be pleased to see if we can do exactly that and give a review on them. So, without further ado, we'll leave you to get on with your getting on with. Hopefully, watching another one of our videos. Until then, we'll see you then. Chin chin.
Chin chin.